pizza lovers, welcome back to the Bighorn Pizza Lab. If you're new here, we're all about master and backyard pizzas, from scratch recipes to new pizza gear reviews. Today, we're dreaming of a white pizza, just like the ones we always love. Stick around to learn how to make this smooth and creamy white sauce that'll take your pizza nights to the next level. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you like homemade recipe. Oh, you guys weren't supposed to see that, but seriously, like none of you guys are subscribed. So if you could do that real quick, I'd love it. First things first, it's time to get everything mise en place. Mise en place, you know what that is? The ingredients that we need to gather for this really aren't anything too fancy. I didn't want to make this recipe too hard. I wanted one of you guys to be able to just pull this out to YouTube and whip it up today with stuff you have at home and not worry about breaking your sauce or making it too thick or this and that. So that being said, this isn't going to be a roux-based sort of thickening agent. We're going to be using cornstarch. I think it holds up better in the pizza oven, and we just get a smoother texture. So for ingredients, we need cornstarch. We're gonna be thickening milk. So instead of using heavy cream, you can just use milk you have on hand. Of course, whole milk's gonna be better than like wheat milk for this, but I know you guys aren't effing around with wheat milk making backyard pizzas. We're also gonna need some garlic. I like fresh garlic, and I also like a little bit of dry garlic powder to sort of reinforce those flavors. It's really hard to get enough garlic out of just garlic for this. Also, we're gonna need some olive oil. If you had some garlic infused olive oil or garlic flavored olive oil, this would be a great time to take it off the shelf and actually open it. Cheese is really up to you. I'm using Parmesan, but any sort of kind of hard or aged cheese is gonna work well for this. Asiago would work great. Pecorino Romano might not melt and it might break in the oven. So I would stick somewhere like hard provolone, Asiago, or Parmesan cheese. All right guys, so check it. This sauce is gonna come together so quick, you're gonna be wondering why you haven't been making it the whole time. We're gonna take our 2 cloves of garlic, more if you'd like, mince it up, run it through one of those little presses, whatever you do to get it ready. Hell, you could even use just like the equivalent of that minced garlic out of those little jars, whatever. Fresh garlic, we're gonna add that to a tablespoon of already heated oil. And we're gonna go ahead and let this brown up in there for about a minute. We don't wanna deep fry it. We're not trying to char it. We're trying to extract that garlic flavor. So do this over sort of a medium-low heat and keep it moving too. Do it in the kind of pot where maybe you can get a good depth of oil so you get nice coverage on that garlic for the extraction. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add in our milk, toss in a cup of that milk, and on the side, we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of milk in with a tablespoon of cornstarch and stir that up. And that's gonna be the slurry, AKA the thickening agent for this sauce. Now with a whisk, we're gonna slowly start adding that slurry mixture into our simmering milk, garlic, oil mixture. Whisk it as you're stirring it in, and we're gonna wait for this whole thing to come to a boil. It also helps to kind of stir your slurry mixture because that cornstarch settles out fairly quickly in the bottle. So make sure you get it all in there. As soon as the mixture starts to approach a boil again, you're gonna see that it's gonna thicken. Now you can kind of reduce your heat and just keep whisking it, keep it nice and hot. And now we're gonna introduce our cheese. 3/4 cup of finely ground cheese. Any of the 3 that I mentioned earlier are gonna work the best for this. I use one of these little microfiles. I think it gives a really nice profile to the cheese that helps it melt in fairly quickly. Now we're just gonna stir in our cheese while we whisk it and have a little milk on the side to correct. If it looks like it's heading a little too thick, you can thin it out. But around this consistency is where it needs to be. And we don't want to cook it or reduce it any longer because it's going to cook again and thicken even more inside of the Bighorn later. This is also your time to make this sauce yours. Def Mando is some sea salt, little cracked pepper. I like reinforcing those flavors with some garlic powder. But like I said, this is where you can kind of take it anywhere you want. Put some dry basil, whatever you're into, mix it in at this point. Now just chill in the backyard until that sauce cools off. You might want to whip up some pizza dough if you don't have anything ready. I'll throw a card up here to a simple dough recipe that you can follow along with using simple flours that you can purchase at a store near you. What are some of your favorite toppings on white pizza? Let me know down in the comments. I'm always looking for new flavor combinations. Me personally, I like just straight up a little bit of mozzarella, but not that much on a white pizza. It's just good. It's like creamy garlic bread. If I did want to venture off, I do like using just some pesto right out of the jar or fresh, and I'll be making some pesto in the spring when I get kind of more herbs and stuff on deck. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss it if that's something that you want to see. But a little bit of pesto with some bacon, sun-dried tomatoes, and spinach, that's my ultimate white pizza. Let me know what yours is down in the comments below. Sauce can be made ahead of time and stored in the fridge for like a day. I kind of like it at around room temperature for spreading it on my pizza. That way it doesn't grab on the dough too much. If it's hot, it might be too kind of runny, so definitely room temperature to spread it on the pie. This makes about enough for 2 really thickly spread pies or 3 thinner ones. You pretty much got it. I know you guys can kind of multiply it from here, batch it up to kind of however much you need. Having some extra on the side for dipping is great. And then pretty much bake as you would normally. What'd you guys think of that recipe? Please let me know down in the comments. Also, if you did love it, hit that like button so that way this video can get pushed out to more people. Check out my affiliate links. That's a great way to support the channel without really spending any money. You can see kind of some of the gear that I'm currently using down there. And I'm actually working on some kind of proprietary products that I'm gonna start making and slanging out of my house. So definitely subscribe and follow for more on that to come. See y'all next week. We're taking a new take on pizza and whipping up something that's fit for a king. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Rotate. Farewell.